My name is Joka Aloysius, Chairman Embu Inter-Unions Caucus for health workers, and still the Chairman Chairman Clinical Officers Union Embu branch. Recently, we have had an issue with a personal friend, Mr. Ruben Githenchi, may he rest in peace, whom we lost recently following inability of the Embu County healthcare system to rescue his life. That is a frustration that many have suffered, including my big friend, the late. Following that, there was a request by the press from all forms of media for Embu to say the truth. I saw the government give its own response, and this is time for health workers, who are the caregivers, to give their own response. To start with, we really mourn our friend. He was a person of friend to many, Joka included. As he is laid to rest tomorrow, may his soul rest in peace. First frustration that we have encountered is that when in Embu, you want to take a COVID test, a sample, once taken, you will get a result from 2 weeks to 1 month. The big question is, if you are to turn positive and seek treatment will either find you in mortuary, or treatment will find you God having healed you. We request a system where if you are taking samples today, you have results tomorrow. Not you take samples on 1st of the month, you get results on the 1st of that month. In other cases, results are never seen. You take a sample, you follow results for the next 2 months. The second point was on availability of ICU. I want to inform the entire public and actually the county sense of Embu that the many beds spoken of are irrelevant, simply because you cannot have discussed beds without staff to nurse you or to treat you when you are on those hospital ICU beds. For a bed to be called an ICU bed, it has to have relevant staffing. Yesterday, it is very unfortunate, the doctor who is usually in charge of casualty, that is accident and emergency, Embu Level 5, was taken to ICU in Nairobi, simply because the many hospital beds they are bragging about have no hospital staff, have no relevant staffing. A hospital bed without staff, a ward without staff is not a ward. With the staff, you can even be treated under the tree. But without staff, all those other facilities, infrastructure is irrelevant. I also want to note that the administration, for over 1 year we have discussed COVID-19. The administration has failed, both county and hospital, Embu Level 5, have failed to read the war in the front by failing to put systems or protocols of management per case. If, like an example, you have a patient who has abdominal obstruction and is suspected to have COVID, we need to have a system of how to have the abdominal obstruction taken to theater despite the COVID. So in Embu, if you come with another condition rather than COVID, there is no protocol of handling you. That's why our community is continuously suffering. We, the healthcare workers, still affected. Also, the sick healthcare workers, we've noted that they have been left alone to take care of their own bills. We have lost 2 staff in the last 1 week. We have lost healthcare workers. However, the healthcare workers who have remained are the ones who have been left to contribute and do mini harambee to pay hospital bills. The county government, now they'll be taking care of health workers who are foreign victims. But we have not seen any response positive to that. And we want to ask the new management at the county to take the mantle and help the families of the bereaved, of the foreign heroes, to have somewhere to start their new lives. Still, there is another big problem we have noted from the same county, that in the payment of February salaries for those who are under the IPPD payroll, that every employee, either in agriculture, in fisheries, in health, in transport, whichever ministry, every employee under the county government of Embu payroll, Kenya shillings 300 went missing. That simply means if we have 5,000 people paid through the IPPD Embu, that means approximately of 1.5 million or more went missing from, Kenya shillings 15 million went missing from that payroll. You ask the bank, it says that is the money that came. So we want to, and it is not withdrawn from the payroll, from the payslip. We want to ask the employer or the chief officer finance, where did this Kenya shillings 300 for every employee in Embu County government go? To us, that is pure theft. And finally, employees have been denied credit facilities in financial institutions simply because the chief officer finance has failed to remit the deductions, the remittances from employees' pay slips. To us, still, that is failure of duty as far as we are concerned. Thank you. I want first to thank the members of the press for the action they took, because you are really helping the community in unmasking the community's problems. What I think the government did in responding to the press was try and hide behind the curtains that they are really doing something. You cannot show people beds without staffs. If actually you are shown staffing and then the infrastructure, it would have sense. But how much sense would it have if our own is being taken to ICU in Nairobi? They did not make any sense. Wanajificha tu, they actually, to us, they are playing politics with people's lives. And that is what we are strongly against, playing politics with our own.